Hi,
Good
Fatima.
morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm fine too. I would have hoped to be at school now.
Yes, me too. Studying at school is way more better.
I know. Things are just much clearer.
Yes.
Okay, we're
What
gonna
are we going to do today?
today we're gonna start a new worksheet. It's a very interesting theme, something you should take in grade 10. We're still in the
Okay.
theme of human rights and human values. This one is about human rights and human values.
Yeah.
Good morning, Ahmad. How are you?
Morning, yes.
Morning. Long time, Ahmed. Since we stopped Zoom, we don't see you anymore.
Yeah, miss, I just came back to Lebanon a few days ago.
Oh, that's great. So might you be attending school or not? If we
Yes, when it opens, I'm definitely going.
Great, great. See you then. Okay, I'm just gonna wait for 2 minutes. Okay, so that I don't have to repeat myself. Hi, Hassan.
Hi, Miss.
Okay, let me tell the rest that we have started class. Hi. Good morning, Haya. Good morning, Kamel. Hi, Adam.
Hi, Miss.
Okay, so I think I need to start. We cannot waste any more time. Today we're taking a new worksheet. We're starting with a new worksheet, but before we do that, I'm going to ask you a couple of questions on Mentimeter as usual. Okay. I'm sending the link. If you have any problems with the link, would you please inform me? Okay, I'm not sure if you have taken this, and of course, I don't think you have taken this as a lesson, but I'm not sure if you've heard of this term before. This is within the theme of human rights. Where are the limits of human rights? Okay, what does the term euthanasia mean? What does it refer to? Okay, I have 8 participants right now. I expect 8 answers. Okay, 3, that's good. Good. Okay. Hi, Muhammad. I'm sending the link so that you could answer the question quickly, please, so that we could move to something else. What does the term euthanasia mean? Okay, I already have 5 answers. Okay, so the correct answer is putting an end to a person's life due to pain and suffering from a terminal illness. That is called euthanasia. Now, speaking well of a person after his or her death is called a eulogy, okay? When you see the prefix EU, that means good, okay? Or having mercy on someone, being merciful. Euthanasia, can anyone tell me the other term we use for euthanasia? Okay, we know the definition. I know most of you know the definition. It's putting an end to a person's life because of pain and suffering. But did you know the other term we use instead of euthanasia? Does anyone?
Suicide.
No, it's not suicide because the person does not take their own life. But maybe they choose to, but they do not take their own life. Who?
Assisted suicide.
Assisted what? Assisted. Ahmad? Assisted what?
Assisted suicide, miss.
You can say assisted killing because assisted killing is better because it's not really suicide. Assisted killing. You can also say mercy.
Quietus.
Yes, Kamel.
Quietus.
Is this what they could call it? Can you spell that?
Quietus.
QUI. Quietness.
Google هيك كاتب ما بعرف.
Okay, okay. Let's. Okay, sometimes Google can be messed up. It is assisted killing and it is mercy killing. Why is it assisted killing? The person is terminally ill.
Because someone is doing it.
Someone is assisting this person. Of course, in many cases, this person is in a coma. Who decides in this case if they should take away the the life support machines? Who decides, Adam? If the person is in a coma?
The family.
The family. If the person is, aware, the person is conscious, he or she can decide. Okay. Do you know that sometimes in some countries it's legal and in other countries it isn't, even if it's your life?
No.
Yes.
Okay. This is a topic of controversy, a topic of many persuasive essays and articles. Okay, some people
But in Lebanon, is it legal?
It depends. It depends on the hospital. But if the person is in a coma and the family decides, if it's totally terminal, of course, there are many complex situations. If the case is terminal, then the family can decide, yes. In many
Family doesn't
cases,
pay for life support. What does the hospital do?
if the family what?
Doesn't have enough money to pay for the life support machine.
Well, this is the problem. Will the family end the person's life just because they can't pay, or what happens? Here is the complex issue.
Yeah, so
Many times that is the case. Okay, many legal battles have been fought over this, and this is the topic of our article today, which we're going to read. Now, my question to you, my second question to you. Okay, morally and ethically, let me first display the question. Okay, I'm gonna resend the link to you guys who have just joined, okay, to answer the second question. Now I am asking you, morally and ethically, are you with or against euthanasia? Of course, I'm not speaking religiously. Religiously, it is a big no, all religions, okay? Morally and ethically, on a moral level, are you with or against? Or undecided? A person was very honest. Sometimes you could be undecided. Of
Yes,
course,
I wrote undecided because of the religion.
okay,
Before you said
no. Okay, Adam, you mistook my question. I said put the religious idea alone, morally and ethically.
Yeah,
If a
yeah,
person is suffering, if a person is in pain,
To be honest, if
with
aside
Hmm.
with euthanasia,
Okay, what did you say? Would you please repeat?
if we put religion aside, I'm with euthanasia.
Okay.
It ends.
It's a sort of merciful killing,
If-
according to
If
many
he's
people.
in a coma, he doesn't feel anything.
Exactly. And what if this person is in a huge suffering and pain also? Oh my God, this chart is changing so
I
much.
didn't. Or I thought about if a person is suffering. That's the only idea that came in my head.
Yes, yes. It is a controversial issue. This is why we have, take a look at this pie chart. So many mixed feelings about this, so many mixed opinions. It's not easy to be with or against, okay? It's so much easier to be undecided. I tend to be on the undecided, part of this.
yes, miss, because people who sometimes are suffering, they can be tiring. That's why it's better, like, sometimes to end their life if they're in misery.
If they choose to do so because they are suffering, they are in pain,
Yes.
do they have that basic human rights? The issue is, Fatima, are you still with us?
Yes, miss.
The issue is that person, does a person have, is it one of the basic human rights to decide to go through euthanasia? Is it one of the basic human rights, you think?
Yes.
If the person is suffering, of course.
I think yes.
Okay, so this is the basic thing here. Okay. Any other opinions?
To be honest, it depends on the situation. If he's in a coma, I'm against it. But if he's suffering, it's merciful for him. So
Okay.
I'm with it.
Okay, good point there. Good point. Maybe if the person is in a coma, they don't feel anything, let them live. Let's see what happens. Miracles could happen. You have a point there. You have, it has hasn't it happened that a person arises from a coma?
Yes,
A
in
lot.
small.
Miss, it's better to end them while they're in a coma so they won't feel anything.
Okay, that's another point. That's another point. So this
But
is
the way,
a huge controversy.
but don't they kill them in a non-painful way?
Of course,
Even when the
it's mercy killing. It's not painful, of course.
Hey, but they're gonna know that they're dying. If they're in a coma, they won't.
We call it, they euthanize them. That's the verb for the word. Okay, so many mixed feelings. I expected the undecided to be much more because this is where I am also. But religiously, of course, totally against. Totally against. Morally, you tend to be undecided. Now let's move on to the article about a man who made the news concerning euthanasia. Who would like to start reading? Kamel, would you please start reading? Is Kamel still with us?
Yes.
Okay. Would you please start reading?
From the blurb,
Definitely, yes.
read the below text that reflects on the death of Vincent Lambert's, a mercy-killing case that has drawn attention around Europe. When you are through with reading, answer the questions that follow.
Okay.
Man at center of debate on life support dies.
Okay, what do we mean by
Paris,
life support, Kamel? If a person is on life support, what does that mean? This has happened a lot during these days, during COVID. What does
they put artificial oxygen to help him breathe, to machines to make him live.
Okay, good. Paragraph 1.
Paris, a man who was in a vegetative state for 11 years, yet at the center of a bitter dispute that divided his family and French courts over how to deal with terminally ill patients, died Thursday. Vincent Lambert, 42, died in a hospital 9 days after doctors stopped providing artificial feeding and hydration, ending years of legal flip-flopping over whether to keep him alive. Stopping treatment came 4 days after France's highest court quashed a Paris court decision to resume feeding so the United Nations could examine the case.
Okay, so this man was finally put to his death after 11 years of being in a vegetative state. Muhammad Watfa, what does vegetative state mean? If a person is in a vegetative state, what does that mean?
كيف مس؟
What does the term vegetative? This person is terminally ill, and for 11 years, he is on life support and in a vegetative state. What does vegetative mean? Answer that.
Being vegan?
No, it's not about. Okay, vegetative means like
Miss, can you use this?
he has been on life support. That it doesn't matter whether or not he is vegan, but he has been like a vegetable for 11 years. It means he doesn't feel, he doesn't eat, he doesn't.
He was in a coma.
He is in a coma. This is a figure of speech. Just like any vegetable lying around, he doesn't feel anything. He doesn't know anything. Okay, that's what we refer to. Okay, now Muhammad Watfa, what do we mean when a patient is terminally ill? What does that mean? Can you give me an example of a terminally ill patient? Yaoub, what does terminally ill mean?
I know.
Being ill forever or for a long time.
And
يمكن.
That's ill for a long
It's
time.
cured.
chronic. That would be chronically ill, like a person with diabetes or high blood pressure. But if a person is terminal, the doctors would say this is a terminal case. What does that mean, Adam?
It's a disease that can't be cured.
It can't be cured, and he's in a terminal state. It means he is or she is on their deathbed. Okay.
Severe
That,
illness.
yes.
Yes, that's it. They're terminal. Okay. In these cases, this is where we speak of euthanasia. Okay, paragraph 2, Fatima.
Yes, Mrs. nephew Francois Lambert expressed relief, saying that it's the rationale that takes over. We've been ready for years, said the nephew, who was emerged as a spokesman for the side of the family, including Lambert's wife, who felt that their loved one should be allowed to die. Lambert's parents, traditionalist Catholics, fought relentlessly to keep their son alive. They argued that Vincent was disabled and wanted him put in a facility that deals with disabilities.
Okay, so Fatima, how would you describe the family's stand on the issue?
It seems like they were against it.
All of them?
No, not all of them, some of them.
Okay, so the family, what can we say? The family's opinion was what?
They actually argued that Vincent was disabled and they wanted him to put in a facility that deals with disabilities.
Okay, but aren't they like, don't they have mixed feelings? Some of them are with and some of them are
Yes,
against.
his family, his parents, they wanted to keep their son alive.
Exactly. But his nephew was like, this is the rational thing. This is the logical thing to do. So his family is.
Yes, the nephew was with it.
Yes. Okay. And parents, of course, you know, the heart of parents would always be, would generally be for the survival of their kid, no matter how old this kid is. Okay. Thank you. Paragraph 3. Let's see. Adam, would you please read?
Yes, a 2008 car crash left Lambert in a vegetative state that required artificial feeding to keep him alive. He died Thursday morning at a hospital in Reims, east of Paris, where he had been treated. The case has drawn attention around Europe.
Okay. The Vatican quickly reacted, saying it learned with sorrow of the death of Vincent Lambert. What's the Vatican? What does it signify? Who is in charge in the Vatican?
The Christian ده شو اسمه
Yes, the head of the Catholic Church, the major authority of it, the Pope. Okay. So what do you expect the Vatican to be, with or against? Yaoub,
Of course,
I didn't hear you.
against.
Against, definitely. All religions are against mercy killing. Okay. Yes, Adam, would you please continue?
The Vatican quickly reacted, saying it learned with sorrow of the death of Vincent Lambert. A statement expressed our closeness to all those who assisted him with love and devotion, coming down on the east of those who tried to keep Lambert alive. The statement quoted Pope Francis speaking in the past about the case and saying that we have the duty to always protect life and not seek to throw away culture.
Okay, so this is the basic premise in all religions. We have the duty to always protect life. So of course they're against mercy killing, and of course they are against suicide. Okay, moving on. Who would like to read paragraph 5? Anyone? Let's see who is with us. Ahmad.
Yes, miss, yes.
Paragraph.
In May, two top Vatican officials, Cardinal Kevin Farrell, in charge of Catholic laity, and the Vatican's top bioethics official, what's this word?
Archbishop is a
This is
clergyman, a man of religion.
Enzo Paglia, issued a statement saying that providing food and water to the sick is an inescapable duty, and suspending such care represents a form of abandonment. Doctors resumed and cut off feeding several times based on rulings in various courts, which examined the case at the behest of Lambert's parents.
Okay, so who decided that it's time for this patient to let go of this patient? Who decided that, according to paragraph 5?
Lambert's parents.
No. Before Lambert's parents. Who?
Two top Vaticans.
No,
Cardinal.
No, those were totally against.
The doctors.
Doctors.
Doctors cannot decide that before what? Who gave the ruling?
for the approval of the parents, the family.
Okay, but
Courts.
the court. In Europe, it's a big deal because it's against the law, except in specific situation. Until the court gave an order that it's okay to provide mercy killing, they couldn't do it. Okay, neither the hospital nor even the parents or the. Okay.
Meaning that the court gave them the approval?
Yes. Yes. Okay, let's read.
Miss, if the parents decided it's okay, will they go to jail?
No.
Without the court's permission.
Even if in some countries the parents can decide. In other countries, even if the parents approve, if it's illegal, the court has to decide, or they wouldn't put an end.
Yes, that's why I said it depends on the situation.
Yes, definitely. Okay, paragraph 6. Yaoub.
Legal battles began in 2013. In the latest twist of on 28 June, France's highest court gave doctors permission to restart procedures introduced in May to stop feeding and hydrating Lambert. The Court of Cassation
Yes.
quashed the previous decision by a Paris court to resume life support after the parents appealed.
Okay. Okay.
To the UN Committee on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities, the High Court ruled that the Paris court ordering life support to be resumed wasn't patent in the case.
Okay, so the parents were like, no, he's disabled. We cannot end his life. Okay, so it's his right to live. Paragraph 7. Fatima, would you please read?
Yes, miss. Unbeknownst to him, the man lying in the hospital bed became central to the debate leading up to France's 2016 law on terminally ill patients. The law allows doctors to stop life-sustaining treatments, including artificial hydration and nutrition, and to keep the person sedated until death. It stops short, however, of legalizing euthanasia or assisted suicide.
Okay, assisted suicide or assisted killing. So assisted suicide is a term that we can use for the person who said. Okay, so the law said what? In 2016, what did the law finally say about terminally ill patients?
It allows doctors to stop life-sustaining treatments.
Yes. Okay, it stopped short of saying, okay, you can take that person's life, but it said you can stop hydrating, you can stop nutrition. What happens if they stop nutrition and stop hydration? What happens, Fatima?
The patient will die.
Eventually they will die, okay? So in general, okay, it is legalizing this process. Paragraph 8. I have very few people today. I mean, why? Celia, paragraph 8.
Yes, miss.
Paragraph 8. Please.
The European Court of Human Rights and the Council of State, France's top administrative body, had upheld the doctor's earlier decision to stop Lambert's life support, with the court finding the move didn't fully violate Lambert's rights.
Okay, so it had upheld the doctor's earlier decision to stop Lambert's life support. Finally, okay, the court agreed. Now let's start answering the questions in 1 to 4 complete sentences of your own. Number 1, Fatima.
In reference to paragraphs 1, 2, and 3, identify the problem Vincent Lambert had. What caused this problem? He actually witnessed a car crash.
Okay. And what?
Which made him become in a vegetative state.
Okay. Okay, very good. So what caused the problem is a car crash, and now he is in a vegetative state. And so what is the problem?
His assisted suicide.
Okay, the problem is there was controversy or argument whether or not to what?
To end his life.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, great. Number 2, Adam. Oops, I don't want to give the answer. Number 2.
Identify the two contrasted views towards Lambert's situation as illustrated in paragraphs 5 and 6.
So two contrasting, what do we mean by contrasting views?
Opposite.
Different. Opposite.
Okay. Adam, what were the 2 different views concerning the case?
Can I read them?
Yeah, of course, take your time.
One. In paragraph 5, the doctors cut off feeding several times because the court accepted that it's said it's okay to end his life.
Okay, so that's
while in paragraph
okay.
Yes. In paragraph 6.
Okay, you're in paragraph 6, the legal battle was that the court
Legal battles
okay.
The legal battle began because of what happened.
Okay. Does anyone have a different answer to that?
The doctors were given the permission to remove the life support machines.
Okay. And what was the opposing point of view? Nobody mentioned that. the major opposing point of view.
If they were with or against it?
Yes. So the doctors are with, and what's the other point of view? The Vatican, the clergymen, okay, the men of religion. In paragraph 5, there is the view of the Vatican officials who stand strongly against euthanizing a patient, of course. They say we have a duty to uphold life. We cannot end it as we want. In paragraph 6, there's the opposite view revealed in France's highest court, which says, okay, you can take away the life support, stop feeding him and stop hydrating him. Those are the two opposite points of view. Okay?
Yes.
Okay. Now, pick a piece of evidence from paragraphs 6 and 7, I will display them now, that shows Lambert's case leading to a turning point in France. Let's go back to paragraph 6 and 7. Where is the turning point? Let me just display them.
Miss, is that a question for everyone, or do you want to pick
Anyone
someone?
can answer.
Legal battles began in 2013.
Okay, and where's the turning point?
Miss, can you please repeat the question?
Okay, where's the turning point that finally led to a decision? What led to the decision, the turning point that led to the decision that don't stop giving him life support? Where was the turning point?
When France's highest court gave doctors permission.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. Okay, unbeknownst to him, without him knowing, he became the center of the debate leading to France's 2016 law on terminally ill patients. Before that, no hospital can end the life of a terminally ill patient. It's against the law. It's illegal. Number 4, based on the European Court findings stated in paragraph 8, do you agree that the move didn't violate Lambert's rights? Do you agree? It's a matter of opinion. Well, this one, you know, this is one point of view.
Miss, what do they mean didn't violate Lambert's rights?
Exactly, good. A human right, it is a human's right, basic human right to live. But he is in a vegetative state. He doesn't know what's happening.
He couldn't say whether he accepted it or not.
Okay, so are you okay that he didn't have a say in this? He's in a vegetative state. Do you agree that it was okay? It didn't violate his rights?
No,
If
it
he would,
did. In my opinion, it did.
Right.
In my opinion, it did.
Okay, it did violate because he didn't have a say in this.
yes.
Yes, because he wasn't suffering.
He wasn't suffering. Okay, he didn't give permission. That's one point of view. Other people.
What if he believed he could have been cured or a miracle could have happened? You never know.
Yes, probably. What if he were asked and said no? What if his opinion was different? Can we decide?
What if
No.
he has woken from the coma?
Exactly. Now that's the issue. Others would say there's no hope for him. We have to decide for him. He's not going to get cured. Okay, so this is an opinion question. Of course, when I grade you here, I grade you for the kind of idea you gave, not for your opinion. I cannot grade you for your opinion, just how good the idea is.
Yes.
Okay, now identify the two functions the introductory paragraph has in relation to the two texts, to the whole text. I don't want the type of introduction, but what role does it play?
It introduces the main idea.
Okay, it does.
And hooks the reader's attention.
Of course. So it introduces the main idea of the text, which is about what?
Life support debates.
Well, yes, okay.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Which is about the two conflicting point of views about assisted suicide.
Okay. Okay, good. Just want to display the answer here. My screen is glitching. Okay, so who can read the answer? Muhammad Watfa, would you please read the answer to number 1? Muhammad, are you there? Celia, would you please read the answer to number 1? Celia is not there either. Ahmed?
Yeah, Ms. Chair.
What 2 functions?
One function is
I didn't ask for the type, just the function.
One function is to introduce the main idea of the text, which is about the death of Vincent Lambert, a mercy-killing case that has drawn attention around Europe. Another function is to attract the attention of readers and arouse their interests to read more about Vincent's case. The last statement in the paragraph about stopping, my screen just went black or something. Oh, so it came back. About stopping treatment, which came 4 days after France's highest court quashed a Paris court decision to resume feeding so the United Nations could examine the case, attracted the attention of readers and made them curious to know more about this case of mercy killing.
Okay, so this is as you guys answered. Okay, next question. What 2 adjectives best describe the tone in paragraphs 6 and 7? Fatima, how would you describe the tone? Let me display paragraph 7. What 2 tones?
Yes, miss. Can you just give me a minute for me to read the paragraph 7? Was he critical?
Why did you say that?
Because he was criticizing the way they dealt with Vincent and how they took off the life support machines.
Okay, I didn't feel that he was giving an opinion. Did we know what the author really felt, whether or not he was with or against?
He was
No.
objective, maybe. He was serious or objective.
It was serious, exactly.
He was serious, okay. Okay, let's check out what the possible answer.
Persuasive.
Persuasive? No, he wasn't trying to persuade us either with or against. Let's see what the answer is. The tone seems a bit sympathetic and pitiful. He was not supportive, but he was feeling what the patient was going through. Vincent is terminally ill, lying in his bed, yet the courts and others are debating whether to euthanize him or not. So there's a sense, if you want, Fatima, a critical tone, the answer he sort of agrees with you in the writer implicitly criticizes officials and courts for being unable to take decisions concerning whether to legalize euthanasia or ban it. So critical, if you chose critical, Fatima, and you gave me a good justification, you would get that answer correct. And he is somewhat sympathetic also. Okay, paragraph 6, we're almost done here. I'm not going to go back to the text. Explain or identify and explain the figure of speech in paragraph 6. The writer uses a metaphor, legal battles. Okay, they're not real battles. He indirectly compared the debate around euthanasia to a battle. This means that there was no agreement about it and the dispute it has created is a hot one. Okay, other than the general reader, what 2 types of audience might be interested in reading this text? Who do you think might be interested in reading the text?
People interested about this topic.
People interested in the topic of euthanasia, yes, of course. Who else?
Parents who
Courts, maybe.
Thinking about it.
Yes, lawyers,
People that have major authority in the courts.
authorities in courts, people who have someone close to them in a vegetative state.
Yes, people who are thinking about it, about doing it to a certain family member.
Exactly. Health, can we say health workers, doctors?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, sure.
Yes.